That's
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 38 of Big Time Reality TV. My name is Andrew Kirk. You guys can find me on Twitter at CSUGradeKirk. Today I'm bringing back my lone guest from season 3. We're going to talk about both Are You the One and the Challenge. Got a lot to talk about.
Oh, we do. We have a lot to talk about.
MTV_T Boogie, Tyler Johnson. How we doing, man?
Oh man, blessed actually. And once again, hey, I'm sorry that some of my asshole castmates don't want to hang out with you, but hey, I'm one of the nicer people, so I appreciate you allowing me to, be goofy and speak what's on my mind, everything like that. You're a cool guy, and I appreciate you, sir, for sure.
Absolutely, man. It's definitely great to have you back. You're actually the second person from the previous 3 seasons from Are You the One that I've had back. So
hey, man, some people they always just want to talk to people.
You and Wes Buckles.
Yo, speaking of Wes, that is my dude. Oh, we are the same person, but I don't know why people just they tend to look at credibility and who's popular on these interviews. I don't care. I like to speak with everybody, so I apologize on their behalf. But hey, we're gonna have a good time today, so let's rock this.
So yeah, we haven't seen you since the end of Are You the One back in November. So what have you been up to the last 6-7 months?
True. When I say it's been one wild ride. Number one, just the whole being a kid from nothing and all of a sudden getting this so-called fame. I use that loosely because I'm not an arrogant person. Just people walking up to you wanting a picture or wanting to do interviews and stuff. That's actually pretty cool. I've been doing some soul searching and trying to find myself again because I got wrapped up in the whole I think I'm really famous and all that BS or whatever. So just doing some soul searching. I moved from LA back to Indiana. Shout out to Indianapolis. Let's go. I'm actually trying to be a skit comedian. I'm pretty funny. Everybody thinks I'm funny, so it's kind of now that MTV blessed me. Yeah, right on, bro. So now that MTV has blessed me with the opportunity to use their name and all of that, I'm trying to establish myself as a comedian as well. Oh, and another thing people probably don't know, which I'm going to spoil it now. I'm moving to Chicago in about 2 to 3 months, and me and Connor Smith from my season, Big Tall 6'8" Kid, if you guys have not watched Are You the One, we're about to be roommates, and I'm becoming a certified personal trainer, and he just opened up a gym called Southside Iron. And I'm going to be there, and we're going to be working together and living together. So that's a huge accomplishment. Shout out to Connor for giving me that opportunity, man. So yeah, things have been great so far.
Nice. So I mean, you said you talked to Connor. I don't want to bring up the 4 that are on the challenge, but excluding those 4 because we're going to talk about them later. Who from Are You the One do you still talk to from season?
Okay. Ooh, good question. See, here we go. We're getting deep. Who do I talk to? I try to speak with everybody. That's just the type of person I am. I want to make sure everybody's good. I love everybody. Now, in the beginning, of course, when we're new to being on TV, everybody communicates with everybody. But then some people kind of, slowly just go back to their normal lives, which is okay. I don't blame them. Consistently, I talk to Connor. Sometimes I talk to Zach. Chelsea. It's shocking. I don't really talk to Melanie, even though I love her, but she's a busy girl, and I understand that. Alec, pretty much everybody. I try to sit there and say my 2 cents on, hey, how you doing? How are things? Not to sit there and be all in their business and all that, but I try to communicate with everybody because that's just the type of person I am.
Nice. So yeah, season 4 premiered last Monday. My 27th birthday. Happy birthday to me.
What? Happy birthday. See, you should have hung out with me. I could have brought you some strippers and everything. No, you would have turned up real quick.
So yeah, season 4. So now that you been through the experience, do you watch the show in a different light, like through like a former cast member's eye? How do you watch the show now that you've been on it?
Great question, by the way. It's weird because some of the camera guys that they kind of show on if something happens, I'm like, yo, he was on my season and all that. But I definitely watch it in the sense of I know exactly what's going on. I know it's funny when people tweet about it, I'm just like, you guys cannot just initially go off of that first week like spark and everything, because as you can see from our season, we thought a lot of sparks were there and it wasn't. So you can't initially go off of, yo, I think they're perfect. You can't, because you have to let those feelings evolve. But it's definitely I laugh all the time because I'm just like, wow. Just last year, I was actually having my life change on the show. Now I get to watch a new cast who seems pretty dope so far, just to be able to experience something I did too, and it changed my life, and hopefully it did for them too as well.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the very first twist they had in the first episode was the love at first sight. If they would have had it in season 3, and Ryan Devlin goes up to you, Tyler, and be like, "Who do you think is your perfect match at love at first sight? Who would you have picked from your cast?"
Stacy.
Stacy.
Off top. Yeah, because people don't know, I actually pulled her aside when we walked into the house. I was like, yo, she got ass, she got black hair, she's gorgeous. I pulled her upstairs in the kitchen, and this is the first I remember too. All the cameras like bombarding me. I'm like, what? And I'm looking at the cameras like, yo, hey, shout out to my yo, but definitely I would have chose Stacy. I mean, she's definitely a dope ass girl. I like her a lot for sure.
So yeah, those 3 couples. I actually recapped the first episode last week on the show that I'm on now, besides my own show, Reality Radio Podcast, and it was a good first episode. I liked the whole love at first sight thing. Were you a fan of this new twist?
See, the thing is, and I'm just gonna be honest and real, people gotta realize, man, MTV ain't gonna give nobody no extra money. That was just, I knew that was not gonna happen. It's just something to get the fans like, oh, what are they gonna do? Which is good TV, don't get me wrong, but love at first sight now. People have to realize, just because we're on TV, just because we have cameras on us, some of the same principles apply in real life. Who really is gonna find that love at first sight? You know, nobody really, because love takes time. So I understand they try to throw in this new twist, but to be honest, I wasn't really like, oh man, this is an amazing. If they would have got it, hey, dope. I would have been jealous because they got an extra chance to win more money. But the twist, it was alright. It was okay.
Yeah, I think just the one-time thing.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
So, who are some of the characters that are sticking out to you so far?
Here we go. All right. There's a lot of, how they casted it, first of all, there's a lot of, I would call, without throwing any shade, because I'm not like that, not unless you cover me funny. You can definitely see a lot of the same characteristics from my season into the next one. For instance, the first one that jumps out of me, Sam and Chuck, they look totally
That's what I'm saying. I tweeted out I tweeted out Monday night, and I was like, Sam looks exactly like Chuck, and a couple people replied to me like, I don't see it other than the hair.
Right, that's the thing. I mean, not saying like, oh, they're stunt doubles, but you can definitely see that they can definitely be portrayed as like being the same. Of course, like I said, me, of course, there's only Prosper's a cool kid. You know, I guess he's supposed to be the new me. So hopefully during the season he does really well with the one-liners and being funny. Pretty much everybody. Johnny. Or John, by the way, he's an emotional character. He reminds me a lot of Mike. I'm not gonna lie to you, because people don't realize Mike is an emotional guy, and I love the kid to death. I didn't know he was that emotional, but I can see, without getting ahead of ourselves, I see like he's an emotional guy, and he's taken too much into the I'm in love and all that. A lot of people are thinking like, wait, calm down, buddy. But I understand, how can you blame somebody who's authentically, hopefully not having a hidden agenda, trying to go into the whole experience, going with their heart. You know, I did the same thing, so I don't blame them. Now the women, oh my Lord, let's talk about the women.
What a great looking cast of women.
Oh man.
I mean, no disrespect to no disrespect to but oh my God.
And the thing is, they definitely cast a lot of Instagram famous people, whatever, which in a sense is dope, don't get me wrong, but I feel like MTV is taking away of the authenticity of people who actually, you know, like me. I like a kid coming from nothing and being blessed to be on TV. Now these kids, don't get me wrong, they're probably dope individuals, but a lot of people already have that fame. Give 20 people that new chance, that new experience, because I guarantee you can still have that same type of great show without having all these Instagram followers or people who are trying to get these music contracts and stuff like that. I guarantee you, but at the same time, I'm not the producer. I don't know what's going on. So no shade to Lightheart or anybody, but the women, I love them all so far. Kayleen, her hair alone and her eyes, and she totally, like, she submissive. I'm like, she's cool. Emma, shout out to Emma. I was talking to her last night. She's pretty cool. Who else? Tori. We the first episode where she was twerking, I told her, hey, I understand you're the dancer and all, but no homo. As a guy, I will outdance you. I will dance circles around you. But all, all the women, they're pretty. Victoria, who man, I seen her. I was like, yo, and somebody who's dawning on me too. I think you pronounce her name, Michaela. I think so. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Thomas. Michaela Thomas, I believe so. Who, one of the quotes in episode 2, which I watched last night. Does she have a fake ass? I don't know. I looked. I was like, oh, yo, baby girl. Hey, I don't know if you like.
I think Afterbuzz brought that up.
Yeah, yo, if she don't like chocolate, hey, I'm sorry, you're about to today, because I'm gonna need a piece of that for sure. But yeah, the women are dope. So yeah, overall the cast is pretty cool, for sure.
Yeah. When you brought up John, I didn't really realize that he and Mike had similarities. I was thinking more of a, and we'll talk about him later. Definitely Nate from season 2.
Hey, good, yes. I didn't even think about that. Hey, right on for sure. I definitely see that too.
Nate had that thing with Shelby in the very beginning, and Shelby wasn't feeling it, and Julie and John with Julie, and Julie wasn't feeling it.
Right. Yeah, I forgot all about. That's crazy how just going back and thinking about season 2. Yeah, I remember. First of all, I met Shelby. She's a gorgeous girl, so I don't blame Nate. She's definitely dope. But I like that comparison for sure. That just dawned on me. So yeah, definitely, I see that for sure.
Yeah. How hilarious was it in the first episode when John was talking to Emma, and he says Julia's name?
Yo, like I would have cussed his ass out.
Any of the girls on your cast?
No. I don't think I've ever done that. Now in the beginning, like I'm not gonna lie, we were so drunk and blacked out, and I was just excited looking at all these beautiful women, thinking, so I didn't initially like speak their name. I waited for somebody like, oh hey you, because I know if I would have got somebody's name wrong, I would have been like, oh, that guy who doesn't really pay attention. So I knew where to pick and choose where to like mention somebody's name and stuff like that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about another interesting character on the show. First person I think they've ever cast from Israel. Let's talk about ASAP. What do you think about this guy? My problem with the first episode is I understand that he's going to use the language barrier as an excuse with the whole thing, calling Julia fat ass. Mm-hmm. Like, how far could that go as an excuse?
Not really far. I mean, he's dipped and dabbed in the U.S. and he pretty much knows what's going on. Don't get me wrong. The language barrier might be a little bit more open where he's from, but at the same time, I mean, I think he's been on. So you think you can dance or whatever. So he knows how things work. So to be honest, I think he meant what he said. Probably not to the full extent, but he cracked me up because this kid, first of all, he looks little micro mini dude. I don't know how tall he is, 5'5", 5'6". I was like, he's very hyper, and don't get me wrong, the kid seems like a dope guy, but at the same time, I feel like he has a hidden agenda for sure. And you can definitely see when he took how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, guys, if you're watching this, Francesca or Francesca, one of the two, I don't know. When he took her into the boom boom room, come on now. Let's be honest. Any guy who takes a girl to the boom room, they're gonna want to have sex. That's just it, or hook up. So I know it's just like, yeah, he definitely has some type of hidden agenda for sure. And you can see on the date on episode 2. Sorry for jumping ahead. He said, "I see you as a sister." Who the fuck says that to a girl on national TV? Are you kidding me? As a sister? Like, that tells me a couple things, which Francesca was right. You got mad because you didn't get no play in the boom boom room. She just wanted to cuddle and you wanted to have something else. Bro, you can't sit there and say as a sister. And you got to think about it too. He said that, and there's a lot of viewers who, take Are You the One to heart. Now he probably lost a lot of the fans who think, oh man, this guy who I thought was sweet, now he just wants to get buns all the time. So man, he's a funny character for sure, but he just has to watch what he says sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be one of the regulars each and every week. I mean, obviously with some of the cast we obviously unfortunately won't see that much of them at all this season.
Yeah, I know. That's how it was with me. Yeah, I definitely didn't get a lot of airtime.
I feel like we'll probably only get one episode where we don't hear much from him. 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's how Are You the One likes to do things. I mean, you got to think about it too. Nowadays, the whole reality TV scene is based off of drama. Don't get me wrong. If I would have known that would have changed my ways? No, because I have a family watching. I'm not all about that drama type. Now, if somebody comes at me wrong, which in my season they knew I'm not one to be fucked with, excuse my language, I will bring the drama. But at the same time, man, some people aren't there to go in drama, but they do a great job of casting, because you got to have those people who love the drama. And that's what people love, these 16, 17, 18-year-olds or our age or whatever who watch the show and like, oh, yo, we need some of that drama, some of that fighting stuff. And they definitely bring it, because I don't know if you remember last year, we kept saying in different interviews how our season, they didn't show a lot of this stuff, because I feel like our season was either the make or break season, because season 2 didn't do as well. So season 3, like we put him on the map. Like there's no show that's been renewed in the middle of a season since ours. Now that they see like, oh, we need to add more drama and start throwing this stuff in the mix. Like we made the blueprint to NBC. Now season 5 is being cast. So we were the blueprint. You know, we were basically, if we do good, okay, bam, we're saved. But if we do bad, then okay, we're no reunion show, none of that. So yeah, they're definitely bringing the drama and stuff this year. It just sucks how some people who I communicate with on season 4, they won't get a lot of airtime. But I tell them this, hey, as long as you went in there wholeheartedly and you were yourself, hey, that's all that matters. You don't have fans regardless, because you're on that show. So it just depends on how you take it and run with it. Are you going to sit there and pout over these fans who probably won't meet you, but still at the same time they have your best interest, or are you going to make the best of it and do something creative and positive in this situation?
Yeah, definitely. So another character, and I'm glad you brought Francesca up. Well, let's go back to episode 1. The fourth Tyler on Are You the One? You got Tyler Pratt, Tyler Abron, this guy, and then this Tyler. What do you think of this Tyler? I feel like it's going to be a very misunderstood this season by the girls.
Yes, definitely misunderstood.
I feel like he means well, but it's just not coming out there how he wants it to.
Yeah, the thing is, people want honesty, but they're afraid of the truth. They're afraid of people speaking their minds. He's one of those advocates who I can definitely see who just speaks on his mind, but sometimes he doesn't know what he says, but he doesn't mean to harm people, and people are misunderstanding me. I think he's a good kid. Don't get me wrong. I've talked to him. We try to like Skype and all that and FaceTime. So I feel like he's gonna be one of those kids, seriously, who gets misunderstood. And I understand. I can't say like I don't know what's going through his mind, but just based off of viewing purposes, I feel like he's just going to be misunderstood. Man, his name is Tyler, so how can you misunderstand a guy named Tyler? I mean, look at me. I'm one of the coolest Tylers on the cast, guy-wise. Girl-wise, definitely the other Tyler, but definitely misunderstood for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I was like, when Francesca brought that up and we didn't even see anything between him and Francesca, I was like, where is the edit going with this?
Yeah, editing, people don't realize editing, you think the producers have a lot of power. Editing holds all the power in that room, all the power. So they can make, like I said, they can make you look either terrible or put together something from 8 weeks that you might have forgotten and throw it into week 2. You're thinking, what in the world? And it might not make sense, but to editing purposes, they're doing it for a storyline because it adds more quote unquote drama, you know?
Uh-huh. And with his relationship with Nicole, I said this on the podcast I did last week with my friends at Reality Radio. I feel like Tyler and Nicole are going to be Alec and Stacy, but the roles are going to be reversed. Tyler's going to be Stacy. Nicole is going to be Alec.
Just hearing Alec's name cracks me up. I love the kid so much, but I didn't really see too much of Nicole. But I like that comparison as well. I wish I can comment a little bit more, but I didn't really see too much of Nicole, but I'm definitely going to keep that in mind for sure on upcoming episodes, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the very first ceremony, I don't know how they did it, but they got 3 beams. And I love how after every beam comes up, they're like, yeah. They're all on their feet. I mean, the first 3 seasons, you always see you guys sitting down, be like cheering in your guys' seat, but they're like up on their feet and they're like, it's awesome.
Yeah, they might have. I don't know if they laced their drinks with a little bit of happy juice, but yeah, they do get a little excited for sure. Which I mean, as you know, our season fucking sucked when it came to getting beans. I don't know what we were thinking at all, but I mean, it's exciting to see them get 3 beans. But people better realize, hey, it's a TV show. Not saying that nothing's rigged, but number one, nothing's rigged. There's been a lot of people saying that Are You the One's rigged?
Have said that about your season. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't get how you guys got to 10 beams, but I know I don't believe it.
That 7-hour process, it was real. We had 2 scenarios, and like it wasn't because I remember people say, "Oh, you did it on a coin flip." No, of course, people want to. Are You the One wants to add some type of drama sense and heightened drama when it comes to that. No, it took 7 hours, and we literally took each matchup based off of course, we put all our eggs in one basket, and it actually worked. So nothing's rigged at all. But hopefully, people better be ready for. In my opinion, I feel like, and I'm not saying that I know this or not because I don't know anything. I feel like they might black out based off of a couple of decisions. I feel like the blackout might come in between people who are like John. He might be one of the advocates of they probably want him to find his match to lead because as you can see in episode 2, without going ahead, there's a lot of drama for Field around him. So he might be one of those people who get thrown in the mix saying, "Oh, we need to get him out of the house because he's adding too much drama," or even Julia too, which you see they would got thrown in the truth booth, no match. So hopefully they won't do what we did and try to throw Kiki in every truth booth and just to narrow down that's taken away from the purpose of the game. This is not fine Kiki's match, even though I love Kiki, don't get me wrong, but yeah, hopefully they won't black out because that's the worst, especially us in week 2. Oh man. So hopefully they don't black out anytime.
You guys realize that in week 2 that 6 of you guys picked the same match from the first ceremony?
Hey, I did it because number one, I didn't really connect with anybody. So people want to say, "Hey, you need to mix and match stuff." Me and Rashida, we hit it off so well, and of course, without being too stereotypical. Now, usually you'll see that, of course, the black people who get casted for the show, they're usually the ones who are matched up. As you can see, I got matched up with Cheyenne. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not saying that that's the reason why I chose Rashida. I chose Rashida because we got so many personalities that just meant she's a good singer. I used to be able to sing, dancing, goofiness, and all that. So yeah, that's I definitely remember speaking the same people over and over again for sure.
So let's talk a couple more things about Are You the One, and then we'll move on to the Challenge Rivals 3. By the way, cool. I don't know if you know this, Rivals 1 premiered on this day 5 years ago. So Rivals 3 Challenge is still going up, and I feel so old. All you guys are going to be. I know plenty more of Are You the One will be on season 29 and season 30 coming up, so I'm excited.
Hey, man, I would love to be on there, but once we get to that topic, I got a lot to say for these challenge people and everything. But we'll continue with Are You the One first for sure.
So yeah, let's talk about that little love triangle that we had in the first episode: John, Emma, and Miss Julia. Have you seen a love triangle so? I'd like to call it from the first one, but I like to call it an isosceles triangle.
Hey, good. Hey, good vocabulary. Yes, sir.
On the one side, and then Emma. Or would it be a scaling triangle? Because
let's see. I would say isosceles sounds more correct because, of course, you think isosceles. The first word that pops in my head is an isolation. There's somebody's going to be ruled out. So if that one individual is ruled out, they're isolated. So let's go with the isosceles triangle. I like that.
That. Was there a love triangle on your season? Oh yeah, never mind. Chuck, Brittany, and Hannah would probably be the first one that comes to mind.
Let's talk about the love triangles behind the scenes that people probably don't know about. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Love triangle. Me, Mel, and Rashida, we were a triangle because people don't realize after luau. And it was incredible. Oh, let me speak on this too. Zach, I love you, babe. Love you to death. But he doesn't realize, we were all drunk and feeling great. Me and Hannah danced for the longest before he swooped in. I was like, yo. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying this because I'm in love with him. I love both of them. I was like, yo, Hannah, hey. It came out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, girl, what's up? But at the luau, I actually made out with Rashida off camera because we were looking out in the ocean, just seeing, the stars and everything. We went at it hard. I was like, oh, and then I went over, my dumb ass went over to Mel and tried to be because I knew I shouldn't kiss Rashida because we were non-matched. So I went to Mel and they found out in the house. Rashida found out that I went to Mel after we kissed, and it was pots and pans being banged on and everything. I was like, oh Jesus. Alec, Stacy, and Amanda. That was a little love triangle. Except let's bring up the isosceles triangle because Amanda wasn't really giving Alec that play, but Stacy was trying to give Alec that play. So that's another love triangle as well. Who else?
The one
Zach.
The aired one would probably be Hannah, Chuck, and Brittany.
Definitely. And the thing is, like, I didn't even see that remotely coming inside the house, just because everybody knew Brittany was a little bit more wild and all that. And we thought Chuck and Hannah, we thought that was it because they looked so great together. Don't get me wrong. Then that came out of nowhere. And don't get me wrong, to this day, Chuck and Brittany are such a dope couple. I love them too. And they found each other, regardless of if they were a perfect match or not. I mean, you got things. The show is based off of trying to find like true love and all that, but sometimes you have to go against the rules, which is what we did a lot, and just say, hey, just because you put it on paper doesn't mean that it's correct. You know what I'm saying? I want to go with my heart. I want to go with my gut instinct, and that's what they did. And they're a dope couple for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're still together, and Zach and Hannah are still together.
Yeah, Zach and Hannah are rocking it. Love you guys, by the way. They are rocking it. Social media wise, Zach is definitely becoming a great little comedian. He has a lot of connects, which, hey, I love him to death. Hannah, she's rocking it too as well. They just went up to Toronto for some movie awards, and she looks phenomenal as well. Zach, that's my boy. So they're definitely in. Chuck and Brittany. Chuck moved from Hawaii all the way to Atlanta. That's a huge move for a girl who we met off of a TV show. But at the same time, she moved from Atlanta to go to Hawaii. So that is amazing. They're in love, and I love it.
I would have made the move to Hawaii too.
Yeah,
even if I wasn't filming the girl.
Yo, Hawaii is man. I
went to Kauai, which was where they had season 1. I'm 27 now. I turned 17 in Kauai, so about 10 years.
Nice, for sure. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. Were you a little bit jealous about the location? Because I mean, you guys had it in Kona, and they had it in Maui.
Never, not me, because like I said, I'm a kid who came from a rough upbringing, who never been on an airplane, never traveled, never remote. I've always said I wanted to go to Hawaii, just say it because a lot of people don't get these opportunities. So I got a chance to go to Hawaii, and I was one of the people who I slept outside a lot, and you catch me outside just because I embrace my surroundings, because who knows, I might not have this chance to be out there. So was I just? Not really. The house, yes, because I heard their house is huge. Oh my Lord. But at the same time, man, I appreciate every aspect of life. So now I wouldn't say I was jealous.
Mm-hmm. Last thing for Are You the One, and then I want to move on to the challenge. We definitely have to talk about we definitely need to talk about Kaylin and Gio real quick.
Yes, we do.
The M word in episode 2, Tyler. Like, really?
All right. Yo, I'm glad you brought this up. So let's start with the positives first before we go to the negatives. Positives. Hopefully, what he's saying to this girl isn't some type of hidden agenda to make him where he's just, everybody's like, oh, he's married, oh, he's a great guy. So hopefully he's speaking from his heart and everything. So if he's doing that, he's saying I see that he's not saying, oh, initially I want to get married, but this girl right now I'm rocking, which it's still early though. It's like week 2, bro. Like, I understand, but them vibes, you never know. Them vibes are fresh and new. Like, you seen me and Melanie. Like, I thought that was the one. I'm telling you right now. Oh my Lord, yo, I thought that was it. I said, yep, that's it. I'm gonna move in with it. It's over with. But I understand where he's coming from. And for her, it kind of based off of how she says she wants a man and everything like that. And I know based off of personality, I don't think. Hopefully, she was just calling in the moment. But you cannot be married to somebody based off of being with them for that however many weeks. And you got to understand, too, once you get to that outside world, these new fans, that new fandom, and whoever, there's going to be people that are girls that are going to be after you, guys are going to be after you. It's hard to try to find love based off of how I was raised within 10 weeks. So, hey, hopefully he meant that, but throwing that M word, oh, man, that was a risk. And I don't think there'll be a match. I don't think so. I'm telling you right now.
I was just gonna ask you if you didn't know about it. What do you think there are matches?
I think her match might be Johnny. I swear it might be him just because they got in a fight in week 2. Yo, I really think because she says that he needs somebody who will mold him. He's very emotional. He wants to find a love. She likes to be submissive towards guys. I feel like he needs that little balance. He needs somebody who is strong willed. Julia, from what I've heard, I'm not gonna say who told me. I heard she's she's a fake one. I heard a lot of people don't like her, but hey, you didn't hear from me, okay? So people who watch this don't get it twisted. But I feel like he needs somebody who just to put him in his place and all that. Just like me and Cheyenne, I didn't even think that Cheyenne would be my match at all. But initially she was because I see the same similarities between Cheyenne and Kayleen that Johnny might need. So that's what I think they might, because people might think, oh, they got in a fight. Oh, they're not going to be matches. Are either one. You never know. You never know. So I really think it's either him or somebody who can just put him in his place. As you can see, he kind of went off on her, which I didn't like at all. I didn't like that at all, bro. I know, understand, like, you're emotional. It's week 2, bro. You got 8 more weeks to go, and you're over there having your heart, bro. And I heard through the grapevine, Julia didn't really like you. You can see on TV, she didn't really like you, bro, which I understand you going with your heart. Don't get me wrong, I love you, but yo, it's only week 2, man. I understand you trying to go in there with your heart, but ease up a little bit, bro. Ease up off the drinking too, sir. I see you turning up, bro. I see you.
So last thing that we want to challenge. Do you think they'll get it under 10 tries, or do you think it'll take it the whole 10?
The whole 10. Whole 10. Whole 10. Whole 10. I feel like they'll black out, I'll say, week 4 or 5. In the middle of the season, they're going to black out. Maybe they might black out next week. Who knows? But then they'll I feel like with this cast, there's going to be more fights and drama than the actual love aspect, for sure.
Yeah,
and
Taylor was
all about which we had a lot of fights on our show. They probably said, maybe we need to throw in more fights in there, and the people are loving it. So I think it'll definitely come down to, there might be one pivot. Of course, there's going to be a pivotal decision like I had to make for sure. When people thought, when it was down with Kiki, it was down to me, Mike, and Alec. I was like, yo, I'm not picking Kiki. I know Cheyenne's my match. Hey, who's the guy who made the right decision? This guy. Who saved everybody from that money? This guy. All right, so we'll see who gets that last minute. And it sucks when Ryan puts you on blast too. Oh man, everybody just yells at you. I'm just like, hey, I'm just going with what my heart says. Like Ryan preaches it all the time. Yeah, I get yelled at. You should have seen the comments that I got from not choosing Kiki. Like, it was incredible. So, but once again, I was right. So, hey.
I mean, it was Mike or Alec who should have picked Kiki. I mean, it just happened that you were randomly the player of the 3 to get picked.
They definitely did that on purpose for sure, because I knew that they definitely did, because they knew I didn't choose. Don't get me wrong, like I wanted to, but based off of communication wise and how we talk, she talked with Alec first, and then Mike. She barely gave me comments. Don't get me wrong, me and Kiki are wonderful, and we're friends to this day. But why would I choose somebody who barely gives me the time that I'm supposed to go up on a stand and lie like, hey, Kiki, she has a great smile, great body. That's it. No, I'm like, yo, I don't know anything about this girl, so why should I choose her? Like, if I was a chooser, yes, I was supposed to, but Mike or Alex should have chosen her first, which they didn't.
So yeah, transitioning to the Challenge Rivals 3, new episode tonight. A lot of drama. Presence on this season.
Let's get to it.
Them already left, unfortunately, but we have 4 from your cast: Amanda, Nelson, Devin, and Cheyenne. How are you feeling about your castmates on this season?
Well, number one, I try to watch as much as possible, but me having a job and trying to study and all that, I haven't really watched all of it like I do Are You the One. But let's start out with that. Amanda, I know why they chose Amanda. She is the pop-off queen. Yo, that's what she does good at. They need to throw that mix in there for sure. Nelson, very competitive guy. Oh, man, super competitive. I love that kid. Devin, yo, I love Devin.
Last week's episode?
I did not. Tell me what happened, actually.
Devin acted a fool. He got in Corey's face. He got in Wes's face. Jamie, Carmaria's cousin, said a few words towards him. It was nuts. He was back to the Devin that I disliked from Are You One.
Yo,
I liked him on the challenge when he got eliminated. He unfortunately got eliminated early on, and then he came back.
I seen it.
I liked him till last week.
Yo, Devin is he's a character that you either can get his how he handles things or not, and I get how he is, but Devin, I love that kid. And Cheyenne, love you, baby girl, my perfect match, but we know you are not athletic at all, boo boo, at all. So I don't even know why they even well, probably because the whole Nelson thing. I don't know why. I don't get the whole casting process at all. She's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but I'm proud of her for going out there and doing things out of her comfort zone. That's amazing. Yo, shout out to you, Cheyenne. Love you to death, girl. But and then you have Christina and Nate as well, correct?
Yep, they won the challenge last week, surprisingly.
What? We actually? Are you kidding me? We actually won a chat.
And you want to hear the most messed up thing? She threw in your 2 seasons teams. She didn't go with a vet team like Tony, like Bananas. She went with you guys.
Yo, all right. I feel like the challenge MTV. I feel like y'all gotta quit saving these veterans. All right. I hope y'all are watching. Yo, I got a lot to say about this. It's been on my mind. I understand that the vets, people love vets who started from the beginning. They have a long run at CT, West, Bananas. But at the same time, these guys, to me, it's time to move on, y'all. I'm sorry. It's time to feel. You need to bring some people in who have that same journey to start out from a show that, you know, a lot of people may watch or not, and just see that journey of them progressing to the status of CT and all that. I remember CT from N West back in the day. I remember watching this Real World versus the Road Rules. Like, I remember all this stuff, you know, but I don't like how
back then, huh? Real World
versus
Road Rules, Gauntlet, Inferno.
And don't get me wrong, I understand that, you know, you got to protect the vets because that's your money investment. You know, they bring in a lot of money and a lot of viewers, but from a competitive standpoint, I can almost guarantee that I can name at least 5 or 6 people that go in there and just slaughter the competition. Me, Hunter, Chuck, Connor, West from season 1. I know plenty of people who will, and I feel like MTV's scared because they don't want us to go in there and wreak havoc, because I feel like they use "Are You the One" for a scapegoat. They need a show to make fun of, and that's bullshit. So if y'all watch it, I can guarantee whoever gets cast for these next ones, I can guarantee if they ever cast me, which I'm always ready. Yo, I don't care if you're a veteran, I don't care if you're a rookie. I'm a competitive person. If you want to bring the drama, I'll bring it with you. But from a competitive standpoint, y'all better fucking watch out, because I'm one of the most competitive people ever. And I'm talented in many areas. I'm a natural athlete, and I don't use steroids. You know, I don't do none of that. I'm natural. Everything you see on my Instagram post, it's me working hard. So if you guys cast me, I'll get. And they need another black person too. I mean, they got Corey. Don't get me wrong, Corey's my guy. He's pretty dope. But man, they don't really cast really black folks anymore. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, come on now. Like, what you brought in Simone?
The Queen Bee back in the day was Coral, and she was amazing.
Why not bring in that aspect of the past which people loved and bring it into it? See, that's what I don't get. I understand. I mean, there's a certain demographic you got to fill, whatever. But yo, if you guys cast me, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm trying to use this as a way for them to see, but yo, man, I'm pretty authentic. I got a lot of people who want me on the show. Don't get me wrong, but we'll see. We'll definitely see.
I have a good feeling I know what season 29 is going to be, because we've seen the theme of Real World versus Are You the One. I feel like it's going to be, I don't know where Fresh Meat and Bloodlines gets thrown into it, but I feel like Are You the One's going to have a team, probably like 10 to 13 people, 10 to 14 people, and then Real World's going to have a team challenge.
Yeah, I think they're already. I don't know if they're already filming for it or not. I don't know what the film days are. Blah blah blah. But yeah, I hope so. Because I hate
on Twitter, so I don't think they've left yet. But it's definitely soon.
Okay. Yo, that'd be kind of dope. Just because our show, people just think our show is a joke. And I can see it in tweets and all that. And it's not fair to people who are very competitive and stuff like that, who actually, you know, who aren't casting for the first one. It's not fair. Our show, based off our challenges, I guarantee we'll give a run for anybody's money. So people out there who making fun of our show, yo, you guys have no idea how competitive some of the people are who aren't casted. So you guys better watch out for sure.
The 3 seasons that Are You the One's been on the challenge, I feel like you guys have gotten a very raw deal, because, I mean, it started out with the X's, 2 with Adam and Brittany, and no chance with either of those two teams. Then Bloodline, Dario and Christina. Dario looked okay. Christina obviously was gone in one episode, but she did a lot in that episode with hooking up with Tony. Oh God, don't get me started. Don't get me started with Tony. That dude is the biggest mess of great TV I've ever seen.
Yo, speaking of Brandon and Bree, weren't they on this season of the what's the name? Didn't he just leave or something like that?
It's making me. I mean, I'll definitely defend you guys on the show as much as I can, but it's making it so hard. I mean, Brandon quitting episode 4. It's like, dude, and he actually talked a lot of smack to a guy who I consider a friend from doing these interviews at JG. He was on Battle of Exes 2 and he quit the final, and Brandon quit the third episode.
Wow. Oh, JG, yeah. I know who JG is.
Yeah, he's the man. A lot of people screenshotted Brandon's tweet from the finale of Exes 2 and be like, what happened?
I remember seeing I was like, wow. I haven't met Brandon personally, but I remember when I was actually starting out on RE1, he reached out to me. He said, hey, congratulations, which is dope as hell, don't get me wrong. And, man, that just sucks that he left. He left for his girlfriend, right? Or something like that. He missed his girlfriend. He probably just didn't like. I feel like Brandon's he's one of a kind. I feel like he didn't really want to be on there or whatever. So he was just like,
I talked to him. I think it was after the premiere. I talked to him through Twitter, and he was like, "Oh, it really wasn't. I was really there more for the challenges. And unfortunately, nowadays, and we were talking about this with Are You the One? They edit more for the. It's more for the drama. I mean, people like Amanda, people like Simone, people like Camilla. And Nani, Nicole, Tony. Those are the people that are going to get the camera time.
Yeah,
Brandon, which is not in the right place, unfortunately. As much as I enjoyed him, I had him on. He was my first guest in season 2. Are You the One? And I hate to say it, but it wasn't the right place for him.
Right, and the thing is, how can you say a show called MTV The Challenge when the main word in there is challenge, one of the words. So I understand that the whole drama aspect, that brings great TV, don't get me wrong, but you have to have a little mixture of both. Like, are we going to continue this whole route of having this high school drama, petty bullshit, or are you going to bring in some people who will challenge you, but at the same time bring a little bit of both? They're getting rid of I miss the old ways where it was more of a competitive standpoint. And yeah, you'll have drama here and there, but the storyline was incredible. Now it's getting more into the whole, but who can start the most fight? Who can stir the pot the most? Who can do this? Who can do that? And I just hate how some of these veterans think they're just on top of the world. Don't get me wrong. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I don't give a fuck if you're a vet or not. I'm going to talk to you just how I talk to anybody else. Nothing intimidates me, bro, at all. You can be CT. I look in your face like, bro, okay, just because you've been on all these shows, okay, and okay, so what? You know what I'm saying? People get so starstruck. Not me at all whatsoever.
You brought up your boy Nelson, and actually, funny thing, I think I told you this when we talked last time. I wasn't a big fan of his on Are You the One season 3, but after he won elimination a couple weeks ago, I hit that follow button on him.
Yo, heck yeah!
He won.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's if we had more, because Nelson, don't get me wrong, like during the showings, like during the challenges, it was always, and man, I'm not gonna lie, during our season of Are You the One, I had to throw a bunch of the challenges because we try to throw certain people in the true booth and win, which I could have won a whole lot. So I know the last challenge, me and Mel, because Melanie could have won everyone. We were like, yo, that's why I picked her. I was like, yo, let's win this. And as you can see, we won. Me and Nelson got into it bad competitively. Because we were going back to the house. We were about to fight just because we both wanted to win. So, yo, if they get people with the same mindset as Nelson saying, I don't give a fuck who you are, I'm here for a challenge, competitive standpoint, yo, I guarantee these vets would be shaking in their boots. They're being protected for a reason. I'm telling you that right now. They're being protected for a reason. I'm just going to expose them. Yo, you guys can't be protected that long. I'm sorry. It's about time for some new rookies or whoever you guys cast to actually, it's time to move on. You guys have been in there with 10 years or whatever. Some of you, don't get me wrong, I've seen a couple of pictures. Y'all look a little washed up, okay? You look like y'all ain't worked out in a while. So, yo, it's about that time for new people. Like Corey, by the way, I think Corey's going to rock it, yo. I like Corey. I feel like, yeah, I feel like he's gonna be one of those ones who will be casted for a long time. So bring in some more people like him. Seriously.
Are there some, as far as the cast other than the people that you know personally, are there some of the ones that you've met or talked to on Twitter from either this season or last season that you enjoy watching?
Just basic. Nah, not like I said. I try to not watch as much because I'm a little bitter. Not because I didn't get cast, just I don't like how they did the show. I don't. I just don't. I don't get it at all. But I think that just like who I said, Corey, I rock with him all day. That's pretty much. I just rock with. I try to stay with my team. Already the one, of course, and maybe here and there, of course, Corey. That's because I don't watch the real world like that anymore because it's not the same like back in the day at all whatsoever. So
This past season.
yeah, I heard a lot of racist things and all that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not an advocate of racism. I'm one of the most positive people in the world. So if I hear that, then that's automatically going to not let me tune into it. But at the same time, they're trying to fill in that drama, which is stupid. But yeah, pretty much who I said. My team for sure are either one all day, every day. Corey, and then maybe I probably will tune in a couple more episodes because I know it's getting down to the finals and all that. So I'll probably see what's going on with that.
Was there anybody from the challenge, say you get cast for the next one, is there anyone that you'd be like, besides Corey, that you'd be like, oh, I want to be on it with this one?
Ooh.
How about any of the females? I want to know, who the females do you think would be you'd want to meet?
Well, let's say if I got casted for, let's break this down. Who would I want my partner to be, and then who would I want to meet? Who I want my partner to be. If it's a female, Chelsea or Melanie, by far. Too competitive, especially Melanie. Oh, that girl. Yo, she can rock it. Guy wise, of course, like I said, Chuck, Connor, Hunter, Wes from season 1.
I do. He's great to follow on Snapchat. I don't know if you follow him on Snapchat.
Yeah, we
God, had me cracking up for days.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely. Wes is hilarious. But as far as meeting people, I mean, don't get me wrong. I try not to watch too much reality TV because that's not. People think I'm trying to be this reality TV.
I watch way too much of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, don't get me wrong. That's dope for you.
Starts tonight.
Hey, there it is. Which, don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing shade at you or anybody. Just I don't want to be known as the reality TV guy. I want to be known as the guy who embraces an opportunity. And I just like to be goofy and funny. So whoever I meet on the show, I'll be like, hey, what show are you from? I hope they don't get offended. You haven't seen me? I'm like, I'm sorry. Like I have. I'm trying to do other things. But whenever I meet anybody, regardless if it's you or President Obama, I embrace everybody because everybody has a story, and I would like to enjoy everybody's story just to have a good time. That's pretty much it. That's the type of person I am.
So how do you think we got a couple Are You the One teams left? We got Dario's still on it. Have you met Dario yet? Have you talked to Dario? He seems like a guy that you get along with, I think.
Oh, I think me and Dario will definitely be like real cool. That's somebody who I would love to meet. Don't get me wrong. Not saying I'm like a super fan, but he just has that vibe, that cool laid back vibe. You know what I'm saying? Who I like to meet for sure. Yeah. Oh man. Matter of fact, I would like to meet Dario. I ain't gonna lie. I think Alec actually met him a couple times. Whatever. Blah blah blah. But yeah, Dario. I met
Nate and Christina are still in it. How do you? They won last week. Now, I think they might be a target for going into the jungle tonight, unfortunately.
Let's see, Christina. She's I love her presence, her vibe. She's just a positive person. And then Nate, I feel like since he realized what he did on Are You the One season 2, he has a whole new approach to the whole TV thing, and he's actually gotten bigger and beefed up. And I feel like he's taken a different perspective on this whole challenge aspect. So I got to root for him. I got to rock with him for sure. Is Devin and Cheyenne still in it?
Yeah, they got eliminated the second episode, but then they came back after Brandon quit.
Hashtag Team Princess all day. Hopefully it won't be just the real world people against each other. Hopefully, Are You the One couple can actually make it to the finals. That's what I hope for. If not, I'm thinking, oh Lord.
I can see a team like Christina and Nate our Daria and Nicole making the finals. As far as winning goes, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Bananas and Sarah are my two teams. My winner pick was Wes and Nani, but I don't know. I don't see. They haven't done anything. Unfortunate. They haven't won anything yet. But Corey and Ashley, Bananas and Sarah are the two teams to watch.
Of course, and I guarantee they're probably all veterans too. So yeah, like I said, got to protect the vets somehow. They bring in the money, but I don't know. I haven't seen how are they competitive wise, like the vet wise. Are they like bringing in competition, or they're just I don't know how. Like, what name some of the challenges that actually happen throughout the show because I haven't really watched any of it. So
The one
like,
2 weeks ago, they had they ran through a bunch of obstacles. It was called Would You Rather. The first one was eat brains or eat balls. It was disgusting as hell.
oh my Lord.
Bananas and Sarah won that one. And the thing about this season is, and I'm sure you've seen it with the few episodes you've watched, they haven't done the usual format, which is challenge elimination. The first one was basically last week. The third episode, when they brought Amanda Nelson in, they canceled elimination, which was so freaking weird. And the episode after that, they didn't even finish the challenge.
Wow.
They went from the challenge and then they continue it to the very next episode. So it was I'm enjoying the season, but it's like, oh.
Yeah,
it's cringeworthy. It's tough to rank it up there now.
Definitely. But yo, man, I just hope that every contestant, man, hopefully they're going there and I'm just proud of everybody who's actually having the opportunity to do this, man. You know, no jealousy at all. Do I wish I was casted? Hey, you never know. I could be casted for it. That's a good thing about being on an MTV show. They can call you at any given time and be like, hey, we want you on this one. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I'm rocking with everybody who's on there. But like I said, yo, if I ever get casted for it, it's over for some of these vets. You guys can't be young and be protected for so long. And I'm letting you know that right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping next season. I know Bananas is the staple of this show, but I hope next season they try to get a bunch of people from the last two railroads and Are You the One, and basically find the one person besides Corey. I feel like Johnny Riley, who was partnered with Jessica, the Southern girl. The girl from the South had on my show. I feel like Corey and Johnny Riley are two guys that they could build a franchise around. But there's a few from the last two Real Worlds I feel like would be very well in the challenge, as well as you guys. Are You the One? They have 81 people to choose from now. So,
yeah, they got so many people. So let me ask you a question. Yo, who would you love to see, if you can do it from our show alone, based off of all the seasons? Say you had to choose.
I wish it would have a spinoff of. Yeah, I love you guys on the challenge, but I feel like you guys are so out of place, unfortunately.
Yeah, we really are, and that's the thing. Like, we're a dating show. It's kind of hard because people don't see us as these serious competitors. Don't get me wrong, but yo,
why fans get these Are You the One people off of here? But it drives me nuts. But at the same time, I kind of understand why they don't like it because I love you guys, but some of the people that haven't been on in a while are getting cut.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, and it's unfortunate. But
yeah,
what can you do?
Yeah, exactly. Which is understandable.
I would love an Are You the One spinoff of the challenge. I feel like it'd be great. I feel like Ryan Devlin could just come right back in and have challenges. You can do like Battle of the Seasons type of thing. You can do
that's good idea,
a Battle of the Sexes type of deal. Perfect match. You can do partner challenges with perfect matches.
Yeah, I like
Ryan
that.
Devlin, if you're watching this.
Yo, Ryan guy, I love Ryan.
As far as who I'd want on the challenge from your season or from all seasons?
All seasons in general.
As far as who I think will keep being on the challenge has been on it, Christina's. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah, she probably.
Amanda's definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah,
definitely
for sure.
coming back. Nelson, I'm not sure. Devin, I think they'd want him back, but honestly, I don't know if I'd want him back personally.
Right.
As far as the new people goes, I would love to see Kaylin. I feel like she'd be good.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I think so too.
Based on, we've only seen 2 episodes already, the one season 4, so I'm not really gonna say many of the names from season 4.
Okay.
Season 3. How can you not put Kiki on the challenge? I mean, Kiki was basically the star of season 3.
No, you're good. You're good. Yo, definitely Kiki.
He was the star of season 3. Who else? Trying to think of guys. I would love to see Connor, but the thing is, he wasn't on the show that long.
I know, which sucks because
I think that would hurt his chances.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, people who didn't get a lot of airtime, me, Connor, even Nelson didn't get a lot of airtime. So there's still hope, though, for sure. Because Nelson barely got hardly any airtime. I got more than him. No shade or whatever. So that gives hope for like me and Connor and all that. So all we can do is just, like I said, me and Connor talk all the time. We're about to be roomies and everything like that. Number one, this is a dedication to Connor. Yo, being a kid, me and him have similar stories. This is why I moved with him. It's so hard to try to find people to sign loans and stuff like that based off of his history. So he definitely did his lifelong dream of opening up his own personal gym, and he included me to be one of his personal trainers and to rock with him. That's incredible. So hopefully, me and Connor talk about it all the time. Like, we don't like our life now is not centered around TV, but if the opportunity presented itself, of course, especially a competitive standpoint. I mean, who doesn't want to be on TV? But at the same time, there's more to life than just TV. Like I said, we got a new chapter in our books right now. I'm about to go to Chicago, a whole new city. You know what I'm saying? Based off of meeting a guy off of MTV. So I'm blessed. Don't get me wrong. I am so blessed. So if it happens, it happens. If not, hey, man, yeah. I'll still communicate with you. We'll still be close friends. I'll come out there. We'll go to a couple Warriors games, and I ain't gonna wear a Warriors jersey. Don't get me wrong at all. You'll never catch me in one. But you know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody.
Well, you're from Indiana, so I mean, you could probably pick any team you want. What team?
Yeah. First of all, I would never rock with the Pacers. I like some players, but I don't like the Pacers. The Colts get on my damn nerves. They're terrible as well. IU basketball, I know a lot of the guys who play for IU or whatever, blah, 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 and they're just more, we're on IU team, we want to party and fuck these hoes. I don't like any Indiana teams at all. So if I had to choose an NBA team, my favorite team is I don't really have a favorite team because, of course, I was supposed to be playing overseas basketball. Like, if it wasn't for me being injured, I would never be on TV at all whatsoever. I'd be overseas making money playing ball. So in that sense, I respect the game so much. I don't have a favorite team because I take something from everybody. I try to incorporate that in my game and everything like that. But if I had to choose, man, I would say OKC because of Russell Westbrook, one of the most incredible players under 6'5", who is the most dominant presence on the freaking court. Whew. I love that kid. I
liked Westbrook. I liked Durant. I couldn't stand Steven Adams and his Grizzly.
Steven Adams. Everybody needs a Steven Adams. Like, you got to think about it too. Think about the Chicago Bulls with Joakim Noah. People don't really like Joakim Noah, but they need that energy and stuff like that. And Steven Adams and Joakim Noah, you can kind of compare the two for sure.
Mm-hmm. So back to your question. Who do I want on the challenge? I think that'd probably be it for season 3. Of course, you.
Yeah, I was waiting. If you want to say me, I would have hung up right now.
Season 2, I've seen a lot. I've seen Pratt tweet that he wants to be on it so bad, and why not?
Hey, they need like me and Tyler Pratt. Yo, yeah, like I know he's been trying to get on there for a while. I don't really know.
I don't know if you remember this quote, but after Ashley, and this was the quote that really made me like. I mean, I don't hate him, but it's like, come on, dude. After Ashley said that she was a virgin, he was like, oh, one time I took a girl's virginity, didn't leave my house for like 3 days. I'm like, dude, that's such a douche comment.
Oh, Tyler, bro. Oh, dang it, Ty. But no, man. I just hope that eventually, like, they need, like I said, I like the idea of they need to do an all-star season of Are You the One? or bring in like a huge reunion show and just get like a recap of everybody, what they're doing and everything. Even do like you said, like it's kind of hard putting Are You the One people with the challenge, so they need to do some type of competition thing and stuff like that, which will be great. Have Ryan as the host, but bring in everybody or bring in certain
People
people.
who
Or
watch Are You the One and like the challenge will watch the Are You the One spinoff, and people who don't like the challenge, who don't like Are You the One and the challenge, won't watch it.
Which I think initially, since they're casting for season 5, I don't think there'll be a season 6. I think season 5 might be the last one before they end up going into some type of all-star thing or something like that, which would be incredible. Oh my gosh, we can literally, that'll be fun. That'll be really fun. Just being able to see everybody who did, even from season 1, being able to see everybody and just, if you got beef with this person or maybe some of the matches or girls from previous seasons that you might like, you had the opportunity to be in the house and be like, oh, I think you're dope, and have this or have like a matchup ceremony. There's so many ideas we can run with, but I mean, you never know what the future can hold. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, continuing season 2. I would love to see my girl Jasmine on it.
Yo, I haven't heard Jazz. What a name! I haven't seen her on because I probably don't follow her or anything. But yeah, Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine. Yeah.
I had her on here, and she was amazing. She did a little rap for me at the end, and I'll send you a link.
Hey, definitely do it, sir. I would like that, man.
Christina's definitely, like I said, Christina's not going anywhere.
Definitely
I would love
not.
to see them give Brianna another shot.
Yeah, Brie. Love her.
Trying to think who else. I would love to see Jess on it.
Hey, she's a cool girl. I met her in New York City.
She's a firecracker.
Yo,
the people loves firecrackers.
Yeah, she's actually. I didn't think that she'll embrace me like how she did. I guess based off of my height and just how cool I am. Like, she hugged me. It's like, I love you. I'm like, yo, like a lot of people who I met from past seasons, they actually respected me. I'm like, what? You know who I am? Like, that's kind of crazy, So shout out to everybody who I met, like definitely.
As far as guys go, I wouldn't lose any sleep if Nate doesn't come back. Dario, I could see Dario for a third time. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, Dario's dope. Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think who else. There's so many people on the cast I kind of forget some of them.
Yeah. What about season? Yo, this is gonna be a shocker.
Think they'd ever get Leighton to do it?
Nah, he probably a good kid. Yo, I want to see your boy from season 1. The other black guy. What's his name? Season 1. Joey. Bring Joey back.
I talked to him. He's great.
Bring Joey back, man. Shout out to Joey, man, for sure.
Yeah, Joey. I would love to see Wes. I think Adam will get another shot.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Yeah, Adam was great on X's too. The way he treated Brittany, I mean, it was definitely bad, but at the same time, it was hilarious at the same time. Like that whole fight they had when they went on a date on Are You the One season 1 was hilarious.
Brittany and Adam, man, that I remember that. I might have to go back and watch some of these episodes. I missed that whole thing. Yo, that was hilarious. Calling her like clingy and crazy and all that. Yo, that was funny.
I would love to see Brittany back. I think Brittany would have been on this season had she had an opposite sex drive besides Adam.
Yeah.
Simone, I think is done. I hope she'd be done.
Yeah, I don't know how she keeps getting casted.
It's like, girl, do you have to start a fight every single episode?
Yeah, I feel like they casted that she's, without being stereotypical, that drama-filled black lady who always gets into fights. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for that, which of course, I mean, it's a fucked up situation to think about it, but I mean, you need that. People want to see that because, if you can stereotype without being a racist thing, it'll be okay. So.
As far as wrapping it up, I would love Wes, Joey. You know who I would wish, and I know she's from your home state. I wish they'd cast Shanley.
Yo, I just met her. She came to my birthday party. Yo, first of all, she's gorgeous. Oh,
Oh my,
Lord have mercy. Yo, she literally came and was in VIP. Yo, she's a good presence, yo. I would like to see her. Yeah.
she's
Even
one that I really want back on my show. She was so great.
yeah.
Everybody, so many people listen to that show. That was probably one of my highest rated shows. I used to be on a thing called Spreecast,
Mhm.
and over like 100 some odd people watched live. I have like
Wow.
14 to I don't. It was my biggest show to
Yo,
date
yes. Shanley's
because it was
but
amazing.
I can say this, I don't think based off of my conversation, I think she's done with the whole TV thing. She has a good life. So I don't think she'll I think she's a lot of people who've done the TV thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people want to do the challenge, but a lot of people just like, I'm done with the whole TV thing. Which you gotta respect, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully if she does get the call, well, you never know. She might end up being like, hey, we can definitely do that for sure. So
Mm-hmm. As far as for John Jacobs, I don't. I would love to see him back, but at the same time, I don't see a format of that they would bring him back on.
yeah, I think John, he's rocking it right now in the whole stand-up comedian world. So yeah,
Have you linked up with him yet? Has he given you like any advice when it comes to stand-up comedy?
definitely DM'd him and all that. We exchanged numbers and everything like that. But it's kind of hard because it's kind of hard to balance out because of course having a job and then trying to be a certified personal trainer and do like skit comedy and funny videos. There's not enough time in the day, So eventually he invited me out to go see him do some stand up and everything like that. But I mean, it's still it's so much I could do, man. I'm just taking it day by day. You know what I'm saying?
What about your boy Dre?
Hey, first of all, we went to school together. Shout out to Dre, University of Indianapolis Greyhounds. I haven't talked to him in a while. I think he's actually changing his life as far as more focus on his family and all that. So he might be a little bit done with the whole TV thing, but you never know. But yeah, Dre will definitely. He's very athletic. Yeah, definitely super athletic. So I mean, we'll see with everybody. We'll definitely see.
Yeah, honestly, I can't think of anybody else. I know Ethan and Amber are definitely not going to do the challenge because
Oh, nah.
they
Yeah.
both they got a good life going. I know Jessica from following her on Instagram. I know she's married from season 1.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yo, I just got on my phone. Hawks reportedly trade Jeff Teague to Pacers in a three-team deal with Jazz. Utah acquired George Hill. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Wow. Jeff Teague with the Pacers. Oh wow. That's gonna be and he's from here too, so that's gonna be incredible for the Pacers.
Mm-hmm. So I think we got pretty much all of it covered. We talked both Are You the One and the challenge. Is there anything else that you want to touch on? Are You the One or the challenge that I might have forgot about? He might be frozen. T Boogie, are you frozen? Hey Tyler, if you're watching this, no worries. I'm gonna wrap it up anyways. I got to get some exercise in before it gets too damn hot in Modesto, California. Appreciate you coming on, bro. We definitely got to do this again. Maybe I can get you on as like a co-host type of deal when I speak with a couple people from season 4. I've reached out to Kaylin and definitely get her on later on this season. But anyways, you guys can follow Tyler on Twitter at Boogie. You can follow me at CCGradekirk, and the blog is bigtimerealitytv.blogspot.com. I didn't do a power rankings for this past week. Been too busy. And yeah, so appreciate you for coming on, T Boogie, and I will catch you guys probably tomorrow on at Reality Radio Podcast. Big Brother starts tonight, and we're probably going to be drafting tomorrow. All right, guys, take it easy.